Window image control properties. When somebody has a problem with an image, not the software, this would be an image is up and things don't look right, or something's not working. This is where we would fix that. Productivity is the very first tool, is the very first tab. Now, most people won't understand what this means, but interpolate on magnification. What interpolation is a pixel is square. When we interpolate that pixel, we're rounding the pixel so it doesn't look square. It looks rounded like indications. If you uncheck this, everything will look very square. When you magnify it up, you'll see basically the pixels. Average on shrinking, so when you magnify up and down with your mouse, if you have data or messages or text marks, they will average based on the magnification of the image. The last one, and you'll see this depends on which system you have, it's called CUDA, C-U-D-A. CUDA is part of the NVIDIA video card driver. So we have a direct communication with NVIDIA and the NVIDIA drivers to make sure that we're able to manage some of these CR images. Could be 120 megabytes. Some of our Express Scan images could be 300,000 megabytes. In order to manage that much data and visually, the video card and the video driver have to be in sync. If there's a reason, let me just say, if there's a time when you have an image, looking over here at this number right here, oops. You see this number where I highlighted on the left-hand side, and I don't see any image in my screen, but I see a value over there. So the image is like missing. Chances are it's probably the CUDA somehow was unchecked. If you have an NVIDIA type a video card in your system. So the computer I'm using does not have an NVIDIA card. That's why it's grayed out. There will be times you'll be like, I can't see it. I know there's something there because I have pixel value. It's in the middle of the image, but there's no image there. I would tell people go to your image window properties and see if the CUDA is unchecked for some reason. Next thing is colors. This is really simple. I want to change the marker color. Go in and change, pick the color you want. Say, okay, I want to change area of interest color, pentameter color, whatever it is. Find it here and then change the color. Same with fonts. You can change the font to whatever you want to. Again, user defined. People like to have this data up on top. It says image number 2, processed, the window and level. If we added a filter, it will say filters added. Customers like to have this. This says display image title. So if that is unchecked, it goes away. You want that data in the image, you check that. If you want the comments, you check that. Now where the comments are, here on the left-hand side, I'm double clicking the name in the image list and see the comments right here. See, now the comments are in the image. If they want to have comments where they can say something, so they would call it what the pipe is, whether or not there's been a filter added, and then they want to add comments, these things have to be checked. Ruler text, top, right, bottom. I am going to add one more to this where it's going to be custom, so you can double click the ruler text and move it someplace. So for right now, you can only move the ruler's text. So right now it's on the bottom. I can move it on the top, left, right. Display grid. Somebody asked me about this. All that does is just to give you a grid over an image. If you want to know, you can make different grids, different sizes, different types, smaller, without lines, with lines, that kind of stuff. So these are just grids that people can use to get a little closer to what they want, or maybe for grind outs or something like that. Scalable text means that when you put text in there, it scales with the size of the image. So I always have scalable text, because if you don't have that, if you have a text in there and you minimize your image, the text is gonna be huge. Save coordinates on rotation. So that's if you have text up again. You see how this is, and I'm gonna rotate it. It doesn't go upside down, right? Saving, it just moves around with the text. It's always readable. It's never backwards. Preferred units, again, here's another place for millimeters, micrometers, pixels, inch. Flood the pointer. Display size. Remember we were talking about calibrating your monitor. If you want to calibrate your monitor to make sure that your monitor is, when you say true size or 1-to-1, here's where you do it, and you measure your monitor screen, and then you put in the monitor display size by millimeter size, X and Y, top to bottom, left to right. If that's checked, that will allow you to edit that. DICONDI is just a digital imaging communication for non-destructive evaluation. It's derived from the medical, which the patients, the HIPAA and the rules, and they want to make sure that patients' records stay from cradle to grave. And DICONDI is the most secure form of data management. It's a structure. It's a protocol. You don't have to know it. You just have to understand that it's either compliant or not compliant. NDE or NDT has adopted that same protocols for welds. When I say DICOM tags, if somebody asks, can we change this? Yes. We have a DICOM writer. We can auto adjust the tag to fit whatever the customer wants it to do for their archiving system. We have also, you can attach a document or photo. So if a customer wants to know, can I put my reader sheet with this image? Yes. Can I put an image? I want to take a picture because I see surface scale. Yes. All that. You can use the QR Monkey, which is a QR writer, QR code, make a QR sticker, embed some data in it, and then you can display that QR sticker if you wanted to.